Good morning, students. Happy Wednesday, May 6th. And today you're going to be doing a little bit of comparing and contrasting between the last two things that you've done this week. So the first thing you need to do is open your compare and contrast ListenWise versus News ELA document in Otis. So it'll take you to assessments, and you are looking for compare and contrast ListenWise versus News ELA. The document looks like this, and this is to be completed all by yourself today. And it's not broken into different parts like this was last time. Today, you're expected to do it all at once. So we've given you what you're comparing and contrasting. Here, you are going to be comparing the ListenWise article, which is here, to, the News ELA article that you just read yesterday, which looks like this. Okay, so this is already laid out for you pretty clearly. What you need to do here is list the differences that you've noticed between the two. So, for example, ListenWise was an audio recording. It was a podcast, right? Podcast. And this was a news article, right? But they were both informative writing or podcasts. Well, I guess you could say informative pieces of work, right? They were informing you about something. The method that they did so was different, but they both were telling you more information about something, right? So you're going ahead, those are just my examples. You're going to go ahead and fill out this chart, and you're also going to remember to find similarities as you go along. Once the chart is done, it's kind of color-coded down here. The introductory statement is already given to you. There are many similarities and differences between the ListenWise podcast and the News ELA article. Here you're going to list the 4 similarities that you created or you came up with here. And then you are going to come up with a couple sentences, 2 complete sentences, that is comparing their similarities. The next thing you're going to do is list at least 2 differences that you noticed from the ListenWise podcast and the News ELA article. You're going to get those from here. So you have a lot to choose from. And then you're going to come up with 2 complete sentences that contrast these 2 pieces of work. And finally, you are going to tell us if you think the ListenWise podcast and News ELA article are more similar, meaning they compare more, or if they are more different, meaning they contrast more, and fill out that final concluding statement. Right? So this is all you need to do. You don't actually need to write a final draft unless you want the extension. And then if that's the case, just enter down and you can write a final draft there. But that is not essential for today. You're just filling out the graphic organizer. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of information about how you're going to be comparing and contrasting these last 2 days of work. And if you are tired of hearing me say, remember to mark this as complete, I'm going to remind you one more time, please mark this as complete when you are done so that you get easy credit for being present and actually having done the work. So if you have any questions, join us in a drop-in from 9 to 10 or 1 to 2. Happy writing!